まだこの世界は僕を飼いならしてたいみたいだ
Hey guys, Quicktako here, and let's be honest, this video was obviously gonna happen. Two major inspirations for the film actually come from Japan's current geopolitical climate, one being Mitsuha's desire to leave her sleepy town for Tokyo, reflecting the younger generation's mass migration from rural to urban areas, leaving most of Japan's towns desolate, and the other being Japan in the aftermath of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake. A side note on that, Your Name's final segment takes place 5 years after a major event in Japan, just like how Your Name came out 5 years after the earthquake. Coincidence? While Shinkai was happy with the film's success, he himself claimed that the film had become way too overrated. In an interview, Shinkai mentioned how he was worried people were now expecting too much of him, being called the next Miyazaki and all, and he's personally asked many times over for people to disassociate that title from him. Your Name was such an influence in Japan that conglomerate Suntory collaborated with the film to advertise their distilled water. If you've seen the movie, you'll realize that while we get a good amount of Mitsuha trying to live Taki's life, we don't get a lot of vice versa. To elaborate on what Taki did while as Mitsuha, there's been several side manga and light novels that have been published to fill in the gaps. While in China, Shinkai talked about the meaning behind the colors of Mitsuha's braided ribbon. The white at the center represents the comet we see throughout the film, the blue symbolizes the lake of her town, and the red and orange represent twilight, or as the film calls it, Katawale Doki. A recent phenomenon in Japan has been the anime pilgrimage, where people travel to sites that inspire settings in their favorite anime. However, Hida City, which serves as the basis for Mitsuha's town, Itomori, has grossed an unbelievable amount in tourist revenue. So far, the town has earned about 18.5 billion yen, which equates to 163.5 million USD. That's more than half of the film's $235 million gross in Japan. Even Tokyo has had its run of Your Name tours for featured locations in the city. Animator Masashi Ando, famous for his Ghibli works, joined the project all because during a pre-production meeting at Comics Wave, Shinkai joked it would have been cool to have Ando as an AD. Coincidentally, someone in the meeting had Ando's contact and sent him a message. A few months later, after reading the script, Ando agreed to join the project. The Shinto dance scene is one of the film's best animated moments. The animators were able to capture the intricate movements through rotoscoping a kabuki actor, Ichitaro Nakamura, who choreographed the Miko Mai dance himself. The dance actually describes the entire film's plot, but I'm no dance interpreter, so I don't really know how it works. When creating the non-vocal pieces for the soundtrack, Radwimps assigned themselves individual parts of the film to score. The 4 members of the J-Rock band worked on their individual segments separately in their own homes, which was the first time they've ever worked that way. If you've seen Shinkai's other films, you'll notice that while Your Name shows his typical voice, it has a very different tone and attitude from everything else he's done so far. And while a lot of the film's earlier parts can be predated to his Zikai commercial, a lot of the tone from the film's second half is thanks to Genki Karamura. Supposedly, Karamura changed a lot of the film's later parts, giving it a more accessible narrative from what was originally planned by Shinkai. This is the first time the two of them have worked together. And considering the film's monolithic success, it probably won't be the last. And that's it for today. So until the next Shinkai film, which is probably Garden of Words 2. Seriously, I think Yukina gets more lines in this movie than she did in her own.
運命だとか未来とかってこと